Watching the fires on TV right now, man. It is totally unfreaking believable. I mean, come on, let's face it. A stone house or a brick and mortar house is not going to burn. So why are houses built out of lumber that's taken out of forests in such a way that it kills the wildlife? Maybe not all of it. Sure, let's just. It doesn't matter if wildlife dies. Who said that? Not me. But it's almost like the words are being put into my mouth. Why do houses have to be built of wood? Why can't they be built of brick and mortar? Or stone? Oh, there's more work. Yeah, but guess what? Do you realize how much it takes to out of a forest just to build one of those houses? How much forest do you think we got left? This reminds me totally of the Jordan River thing I'm trying to talk about. The last time I saw an osprey, and I'm being honest to you guys, right? I saw an osprey there about 4 years ago. But it was dead. And it was lying next to its wing, which had been severed off. Right down there by the Quisto logging building, going around the corner at the bottom of the hill, the Jordan River Hill, as you're coming to Jordan River. It was, and I was wondering, what's this doing here? Why is there an osprey dead with a wing on it?
You are correct.
Or a wing, its wing lying next to it. Guess what? I thought, well, let's look for signs. I started looking up, and I see they've got all these power lines. I mean, that osprey was merely flying around looking for food. He was coming from the Jordan River, going towards Souk, and didn't see the power line as he was crossing that little area at the bottom where the curve is, where the power lines are all along the top. Now, I wouldn't have even noticed them so much, but I saw all these colored tags sitting on the power lines. And I guess that's why they were there, was to warn free-flying birds that there's a power line there. Do you think birds... I feel like throwing up. Well, anyway, it's definitely a very terrible coincidence that what I have been trying to do over the past, I didn't know these fires were coming last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever. Over the past little while, I've been trying to be nice about bringing to light the actual facts regarding our wildlife here on Vancouver Island. Namely this area, from Souk to Jordan River, Port Renfrew even. I'm not concerned with the other side of the island. I think somebody else should, if there is. But I've been on the other side of the island, and it's been way overdeveloped for as long as I can remember. Even, well, maybe not overdeveloped, but even as a little kid, I can remember 50, 60 years ago going to Parksville, and my grandma or my uncle and aunt or whatever would take us out there camping, and that was 50 years ago. I'm only 67 coming up here in July, but I'm definitely not 27 anymore or 37. However, I haven't lost much of what I've learned up to that point, and if I have, I can't remember what it was, so that'd be about it. No, that's not funny. I'm sorry. This isn't about me, by the way. I was just trying to bring to light the fact that we had all those wild animals and they were depending on Jordan River, the water coming down Jordan River, the river itself being there because water feeds life. And it's funny now how this comes about. And I see all these homes burning in LA. And I see them falling apart and I can see the studs, the wooden studs, right? Look at it. The wooden studs are burning and turning to ash. Where did the wood come from? Why would we use wood? Because it's easy? Easier? Do you know how many people have been killed in logging accidents? Do you know how many things have gone wrong in logging that have caused... I'm not even going to go there. Check it out sometime. And go back too. Like go back 50, 60 years. See what kind of accidents happened out there in the bush. Why would we do that? Did we not know? Of course we knew. There's been house fires all along. The whole thing is this is on such a mass scale. It's like an advertisement saying to me, "Hey, look, come over here. You know, you can have your house burning down if you build it out of wood." And that's only because I've seen places like in Greece and stuff that have no wood in them, and they're great. They're great homes. So, of course, geez, just think we could have a whole bunch of people not having to be loggers anymore. Maybe they want to be loggers, but you know, we're not saying wood couldn't be used for other things like furniture and things, but to take down so many trees again, to rebuild that is going to take a whole lot of forest and kill a whole lot of wildlife. And it just seems to me that this is a setup now. This is a test to see how are they going to rebuild it? How are they going to rebuild it? This is a test to see how are they going to rebuild it. It just seems that we are being watched. We don't know who is watching or what is watching us, but I've always preferred to think of it as a spirit or a god, okay? And I'm not even native, and I'm beginning to sound like a native. At least the natives I met when I was a kid. They always used to tell me there were spirits. I lived in Jordan River. I knew natives from Port Renfrew way back in the day when the road was all gravel. A lot of bad accidents happened on that road. Especially ones with several people in the car and they're all drinking. They'd go around a road or corner or something, a logging truck would be come around the other way, wipe them right out. Or right off the side of the bank, roll the car and everybody dies. And it's just, oh, it's horrible. And I've always thought that logging was really a brutal kind of a thing to have to do. I mean, that's pretty brutal, ripping and tearing up all them trees. And the problem here, I think there's not a problem here. They're logging fine. They're leaving big stumps all over the place, and the forests are basically not too easy to walk through. So that's no big deal, right? I'm going to turn this off now, but I just thought I'd throw my little 2 cents worth in. I'm getting the feeling that this is a test. And it should be obvious that wood burns. Probably about 1,000,000 times better than concrete or brick. Whatever. Rock. Hope everybody gets over this fine.